Welcome to K-Zone. Today, we will share about these USA military projects budget more than most countries' GDPs. Why? Let's start. The United States Armed Forces form a massive presence worldwide, spanning continents from Africa to Japan to Cuba. The proposed budget for the fiscal year 2023 stands at a staggering $839 billion, surpassing the combined budgets of the 7 largest military forces globally. This substantial budget not only sustains the current state of the armed forces but also allocates approximately $400 billion for procurement and research and development. Despite the considerable financial resources, the expenditures on numerous military projects surprise both politicians and the American public. Some projects even exceed the cost of historically significant endeavors like the Manhattan Project, which developed the atomic bomb at a cost of around $27 billion in today's currency. With persistent cost overruns and a commitment to excellence, an exploration of these typically cost-prohibitive programs is presented in this episode of QUE Zone, Top 10 Most Expensive U.S. Military Projects. Number 10, the Littoral Combat Ship. The United States Navy's Littoral Combat Ship program aimed to replace aging specialized ships near shorelines. Despite initial claims of being a relatively inexpensive member of the Navy destroyer family, the program's cost has now exceeded $37.4 billion. A Department of Defense report questions the ship's ability to survive in combat, and the Navy acknowledges its very modest combat capabilities. Number 9, UGM-133 Trident II. The UGM-133 Trident II, part of the U.S. Navy's nuclear triad, boasts greater range and accuracy than its predecessor. The cost of this enhanced capability is $40.6 billion. Capable of traveling at 18,000 miles per hour and carrying up to 14 thermonuclear warheads, the Trident II is a formidable component of the nation's defense. Number 8, CVN-78 Aircraft Carrier. The CVN-78 aircraft carrier, also known as the Ford-class carrier, is in production to replace the Nimitz-class carrier. With a projected cost of $42.5 billion, the Ford-class can carry 90 aircraft, operate for 90 days without resupply, and is expected to serve for 50 years as a vital element in global military power projection. Number 7, Boeing F divided by a -18E divided by F Super Hornet. The F/A-18 Super Hornet, a carrier-based multi-role fighter, replaced the F-14 Tomcat in the U.S. Navy. Costing $51 billion, twice as much per aircraft as its predecessor, the Super Hornet features a larger airframe, increased internal fuel capacity, and upgraded electronic systems. Number 6, Boeing KC-46. The Boeing KC-46 Pegasus, an air refueling tanker for the U.S. Air Force, is replacing the aging KC-135 Stratotanker. With a program cost of $52 billion, the KC-46 offers notable advantages in cargo and aeromedical evacuation capabilities. Number 5, Bell Boeing V-22 Osprey. Born out of the need for an aircraft with helicopter functionality and troop-carrying capabilities, the Bell Boeing V-22 Osprey was deployed by the U.S. Marine Corps and Air Force, costing $53.5 billion. Despite cost overruns, it remains in service, though alternatives with similar capabilities at half the cost have been noted. Number 4, DDG-51 Guided Missile Destroyer. In production since the 1980s, the DDG-51 Arleigh Burke-class guided missile destroyer was developed as a multi-role destroyer. The program, costing up to $87.3 billion, continues to be one of the most expensive and enduring programs in U.S. military history. Number 3, Columbia-class Ballistic Missile Submarine. The Columbia-class of ballistic missile submarine, set to replace the Ohio class, is expected to cost $100.2 billion. With 16 missile tubes and a 42-year service life, the program also incurs additional maintenance costs exceeding $100 million per year per submarine. Number 2. Ballistic Missile Defense System. A sprawling program designed to intercept incoming missiles, the Ballistic Missile Defense System has cost $126.2 billion. Including systems deployed in Israel and South Korea, the program's future scope, including space-based and laser defense systems, remains uncertain. Number 1. F-35 Lightning II. The F-35 Lightning II, a fifth-generation stealth fighter acquired by multiple U.S. military branches, is notorious for its escalating costs, projected to reach a staggering $1.5 trillion. Despite criticism as the trillion-dollar mistake, the program's immense size and importance make its failure unlikely. Do you believe the substantial budget of $839 billion for the United States Armed Forces in fiscal year 2017 is justified, considering its role in global military operations and the development of various projects? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.